Shabbat Shalom, Assalamu Alaikum. My name is Jeremiah. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Post this on your reels, your story, and share this on all your social media platforms, all right? Now, the reason why us Jews and us Muslims must know the requirements of the Messiah and the Mahdi is because they're the same exact person. To my Jewish people, the word Mahdi just means Messiah in Islam, all right? To my Muslim people, the word Messiah means the same thing as Mahdi in Islam, all right? So let's get down to the requirements. The first requirement is also a prophecy. According to all Islam sects, the 78 different Islam sects, and the prophecy is that the Messiah will come, he will bring all Muslims together, and he will bring all Jewish people together, and he will rebuild the temple, all right? So this is the prophecy. The Messiah must have the bloodline of the Prophet Muhammad from the Quraysh tribe, all right? We all know Jews and Arabics have the same DNA. This won't be hard to find. The Messiah for the Jewish people, he must have the bloodline of King David, all right? So you need to have two bloodlines. One bloodline from the Quraysh tribe, the Prophet Muhammad. You also need to have the bloodline of the Prophet King David and the king. The second notable fact, it doesn't matter what color you are, but you need to have the both bloodlines. The second factor is, it's a prophecy for all Muslims that the Mahdi must have a big nose and a big forehead, all right? The Mahdi must be able to read and write Arabic, all right? The Mahdi has a title. The title is Muhammad al-Mahdi. This can either be the person's name or this can be the title. The title Muhammad al-Mahdi means the righteously guided one. It's not a coincidence that it says that in the prophecy. It's a significance, because if you go to Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 5 through 6, it says the same prophecy. The Lord is our righteousness. That's almost the same exact title as the title as Muhammad al-Mahdi, the righteously guided one, all right? The righteously guided one is also the same person, Jeremiah 25, verse 5 through 6, all right? Moving along. Jeremiah 31, verse 31. Oh, yeah. To Muslim people, the Jewish Messiah is to come, rebuild the temple, and bring all Jews and Muslims together. He must have the bloodline of King David, all right? And he's pretty much a political person, and his job is to bring peace on earth, all right, and save the Jews and the Muslims and all God's people. So Jeremiah 31:31 says, behold, the days are coming when I will make a new covenant, all right? Malachi chapter 3, verse 1 says, my messenger will come with a new covenant, all right? In the Quran and in the Bible, it says the same thing. Precept on precept on precept. I studied 3,004,026 different religions, but it only adds up to 26 major religions. It's not a coincidence. It's a significance, because it's God's name adds up to mathematically the number 26, all right? So now, before I get into what this new covenant is, out of all the 26 major religions and all the 3 million different subsets, all those religions teach you how to live a holy life. And all those religions teach you precept on precept. And all those religions teach you that one day, one man will come and bring peace on earth. So if all the religions say precept on precept, that means it's one more precept. All right? So Proverbs chapter 18, verse 13 says, if a man speaketh before he hears the answer, he is a fool. So now let me get into this. A part of this new precept, okay, boom. Every religion that started from another religion, when it came, every religion started from another religion. And it used the new religion's old beliefs and traditions to start its new religion. So when Constantine the Great came, he was the king of Rome. And when he came, He was the king of Rome, and he had like 20 countries paying him taxes. And they were all going to go to war with each other. Half of these countries, and some of the countries were pagan, and the other half were Christians. So he decided that he would bring all those people together as one religion. What he did is he got all the high priests of each different countries, which was like 216 different priests. They all came together and they voted and they merged the two religions together. And that's we call the word Catholic. All right? Boom. We all know how Catholics started, and this is why the Catholic is the only people with only Christianity religion that believe Jesus is God and the Holy Spirit and the Trinity and worship God on Sunday, and they pray to the dead saints. All right. So it's a whole lot. You can go Google, YouTube, Constantine the Great, all right, or Council of Nicaea. All right. So I say that to say this. Jeremiah 2, verse 11 says, Has a nation ever changed its gods? So when I say this, the only way we're going to bring the Jews and the Muslims and every other religion together is you have to have a little bit of some of their belief and their faith into it. And you're like, hold up, what? Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 26 says, Take off the crown and the turban until he who writed is to wear so. This new covenant is putting on the turban. The turban is a kufi. You're like, hold up, wait, that's what the prophecy says. The Mahdi, the Messiah, will come with a turban. The turban is a kufi. And if you believe, we're being persecuted right now, the Jews and the Muslims. That's the only reason why we've been coming together all around the world. The whole world is being persecuted by Satan's kingdom right now. Is it just one little small matter that we just put on the kufi and put the 6-point star on the kufi to notify that we are the Jewish Israelites according to the word Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 15 through 20? God says, grab one stick, write Judah. Grab the other stick, write Israel. If you take the word Judah, its nickname is the Jews. Right now we have European Jews. Right now we have Hebrew Israelites. You bring the two words together, you have Jewish Israelites. So it's a new covenant. The new covenant has a new name. The reason why, and this is the new precept. This is the new covenant. The new precept is putting on the kufi again. Remember I told you it's 3 million different religions? Every religion has a kufi, or they call it a turban. In the whole West, there's only like 5 religions that doesn't wear a kufi or turban. So we want to bring all these other religions together, we got to put the kufi back on. But the 6-point star, symbolizing the 7 holidays, the 6-point star symbolizes the 7 holidays, the 6-point symbolizes the 6 holidays, the 7th one celebrates the 7th holiday. Now, that's not it. The other part of the new covenant, of course, my Jewish people, you already know, is sacrificing again. All right. The 8th part of the new covenant is we're going to put the crescent moon up there. You're like, what? Hold up. You're crazy. It's very symbolic that the Passover was on the 14th day. Then for 7 days was the 7 days of unleavened bread. You put that together, it's 8. That was symbolically of the new covenant, of the new holiday, of the new covenant, which is we are going to observe Ramadan. Jewish people, we're going to observe Ramadan on the day of Ramadan, but it's not going to be 37 days. It's going to be 40 days. It rained on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. Moses fasted 40 days, 40 nights. Jesus fasted 40 days, 40 nights. The prophet Buddha fasted 40 days and 40 nights. I fasted 40 days and 40 nights. The Holy Spirit descended upon me. That was 2012. And ever since then, I've been seeking how to bring peace on this earth. And this is going to bring peace with the Jews and the Muslims, incorporating Ramadan and incorporating the kufi. The moon represents Ramadan for 40 days. And the 6-point star plus the middle was 7. So that's 8. 8 is what? Infinity. It's 26 different religions on this planet. 2 plus 6 is 8, which is infinity. It's not a coincidence in the book of Revelations says it's 24 elders in heaven. An elder was a prophet. A prophet, not just a prophet, but a prophet who came with a new religion. In Daniel chapter 2 and in Daniel chapter 7 says it was 4 different kingdoms on the earth. And these 4 different kingdoms on the earth ruled the whole earth. Right now, and then it says the 5th kingdom, God will set up on the earth and it will subdue all these other religions. All these religions are God's religions. It says it was a rock thrown at the statue. The statue symbolizes the 4 different kingdoms. The rock and the statue broke into small little pieces and went all over the whole earth. Millions of rocks. That's each different religion and each different kingdom all over the whole earth. That's what that symbolizes. And then, as all of them say, teach you how to live a holy life, and all of them teach you precept on precept, they all know there's one more precept left. And this is it. Putting the kufi back on, just like Ezekiel chapter 21:26 says, right? In Ramadan, in the 7 holidays, only the 7 holidays, no more than the 7 holidays, all right? And it just so happens to be that I was born in America. None of my relatives are Ethiopian. However, my mom did a DNA test. I'm part Ethiopian and part Arabic from the Quraysh tribe of the Prophet Muhammad. But I'm also Jewish. I have the bloodline of King David. All right. Let me see. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 13 says, he will be a poor and wise youth. He will come home from prison and he will become the king. That just so happens to be my birthday, 4/13. It's not a coincidence, it's significance. The name Jeremiah means, as I exalt God up, God will exalt me up. All right? Also, it's Jewish belief that every person has a first name and a last name, right? So we all know Yahweh's first name means, I am what I am, I cause myself to be whatever I cause myself to be what I am. In every religion on the whole West Coast, they have an Allah at the end of their God. A-L-L-A-H, or it's A-L-H-A, or just every religion on the whole West Coast of the world has Allah as their God, but they has a different name. Even one of these 26 different, so I'll put it this much. Every religion has an A-L-A-H pronunciation or something similar, very similar to Allah as their God. So God's name is Yahweh Allah. His first name is Yahweh, his last name is Allah, which means I am when I cause myself to be what I am. And Allah means I am God. Let me see. If you go to Revelations chapter 2, Jesus himself says, I will send the Holy Spirit, the angel, to this one person. He will be the bloodline of King David. And just like my Father has given me authority, I will give him authority, and he will be the king, and he will rule them with the rod of iron. So who is Jesus talking about? He's talking about a man. Then you go to John 16, verse 13. It says, the Holy Spirit of truth, when he comes, he will not speak on his own authority. He will speak on his authority that I give him. It's the same person in Revelation chapter 2. A little background on myself. I meditated for 40 days and 40 nights. And the Holy Spirit descended upon me mightily, and I was anointed with the Holy Spirit. I was anointed to be the king. And I asked for this. I just asked God, what is the right religion? And how am I supposed to do this? Then I was sitting there about 3 months ago. I put a mad YouTube videos and I was incorrect. And I was like, God, nothing is working. He said, I have no reason to be mad at you, but I'm mad. And immediately it started raining. As soon as it started raining, none of the rain touched me. The angel blocked the rain from touching me. Then immediately The angel said, look up. And I looked. It was a rainbow in the middle of the street about as high as the lights. You know, the red light, green light, as high as the lights. And the angel said, God is making a covenant with you. You will be the king of Israel because you are the righteous and holy man, and you will bring peace on this earth. And I prayed and I fasted and I asked God for forgiveness. Oh, if anybody's wondering why I got these teardrops in my face, is because my name is Jeremiah the Weeping Messenger. I never killed anybody. And for now, also go watch my YouTube video, how to get your prayers answered immediately. You can follow in the bio or click on it. Also, go watch my YouTube video, how to set up God's kingdom on earth. Shabbat shalom, assalamu alaikum.